What the fuck is up with the clip drama on X with Vicky and Yellow Flash? Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about this right away, guys. Um, yeah, there's a thing going on right now where KatyDid, who is a clip, she runs a clip channel that I use, and she mostly clips Yellow Flash. She mostly clips Eric July. And who was it? Which one of these guys was it? No, Matt Bahr. Matt Bahr came in and took one of her clips down. Now I've spoken to clip channel people. There are a few of them. Clip Sama, you've got Alyssa Clips, you've got KatyDid. KatyDid has come to me before, and she wanted to clip like an hour of my content. Maybe it was like 40 minutes. It was something. It was way too long. It was like the majority of my live stream that she wants to represent without added context or commentary or anything. That's what clip channels do. And I said, you can have all of it. You can have all 40 minutes, but break it down to 10-minute videos. That's all. Just break it down. But the idea of just like sort of adopting or, taking all this content and just throwing it on your channel with no commentary. Yeah, I'm not crazy about that. But Katy asked me, and there's somebody else, and Katy's friendly. Like that's me talking to somebody who's on my side. But yeah, Katy's friendly. Alyssa Clips is not friendly. She doesn't like me. I think her audience doesn't like me. They sit there and go, "Ooh, that Ethan Van Sciver's insufferable. Look at his fake laughter." My laughter's always real. It's always real. When I'm laughing at Eric July or any of the stuff I'm seeing, mostly, I'd be Buster Keaton if something wasn't actually making me laugh. I don't really care about laughing for the sake of entertaining you. It's some of this stuff really does give me the giggles. But they say all this stuff. They don't like me. But the point is that Alyssa Clips takes my stuff. She takes Nick Rekieta's stuff. She takes, I don't know who else's stuff. Probably like Mersh, and she kind of clips it down and just puts it up there. And there's no added context. There's no commentary. But clip channels, but I'm not going to do anything about it. Even though like she's clipping things here that in some cases I might be like, oh, they're out of context. If you look at what I'm saying, you don't know what I mean. It doesn't fucking matter. She's allowed to come in here, from my opinion, YouTube rules that I understand. She's allowed to clip small segments of the show and represent them. And clip channels, what they do is they just make it so that other people can do commentary more easily. Somebody like Alyssa has to sit through 5 hours of my idiocy in order to find 10 minutes that might be commentary worth. Most of it's just crap. Most of it's just me muttering and singing along to Starship songs, doing dumb shit. So to find 10 minutes that might be provocative or that might piss her audience off and might make people hate me more, or people who like me, to find 10 minutes that might be like, yeah, that's fucking awesome. Go, Ethan. That's work. Like, you actually do have to sit through these live streams, in my opinion, and just kind of, find something that's valuable, right? But there's a new attitude going on, I think, right now, spearheaded by Yellow Flash, spearheaded by somebody like Vicky Verse, spearheaded by Matt Bahr, who really was the first one. Matt Bahr came in and he just like fucking took down one of KatyDid's videos. KatyDid took a clip, a long clip, granted, of him talking, doing something. I don't even know what it was. And provided it on her channel for people like me to comment on, should I ever want to talk about Matt Bahr again. And Matt Bahr struck her. He copyright struck her. Now, you're allowed to do that. You're allowed to do that. You're allowed to copyright strike. I could go in if I wanted to. If I was butt mad enough to do this, I could go in there and I could copyright strike all of Alyssa Clips' video clips of me and bring her channel down. I could do it in 10 minutes. Her whole channel. So could Ethan Ralph, so could any of the other people who are, who are being clipped by her for the sake of mockery, ridicule, whatever it is. We could take her whole channel down like this, but there's something called honor. I mean, still, as much as I am skeptical about YouTube and how I feel about what YouTubers do, and this clout chasing bullshit. There's still something that I believe in, and it's still the First Amendment. It's related to the First Amendment, but there's something about, like, there's honor. I'm gonna use YouTube to say what I want to say, and I'm not gonna react. I'm not gonna hurt you, even though I could. If you want to take a little clip from this show and you want to represent it, or if you want to comment on my show, I could still copyright strike anybody who used my content at all. I could, but we don't do that because there's like a unspoken agreement, I think, amongst YouTubers, honor, that we're not going to do that. Edwin Boyette did that to me. Edwin Boyette, I actually was like watching one of his insane videos where he's like, remember when Edwin Boyette used to like just he would run around the city, like he'd run around Honolulu, and he would just sit there and talk mad shit into his phone while he's like, I'm exercising, and man, fuck these people, blah 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 blah. I sat there and I like commented on one of his videos. I watched it and I commented on it, and I remember he copyright struck my commentary on his video, and everybody then was just like, that's wrong. That even Edwin's friend said that's wrong, and I contested his copyright strike, and of course I won. And by the way, anybody can do that. You can sit there and say, fuck your copyright strike, sue me. Vickyverse here is treading on dangerous ground. I think Matt Bahr, I think he has a head wound. I think he does, because people are telling me that he does. And I think at this point he does, because he actually like copyright struck KatyDid's channel for a clip of his, and then he took it down real quick, which is not a good sign. It means that whatever you said is something that you actually regret, you're embarrassed of. You copyright strike somebody who clipped you, and then you take down the original thing. It kind of suggests that, like, you got caught and you're ashamed, right? This is just bad news. It's a bad idea because it sets a precedent. And if we can't respect each other, if Vickyverse, and Alyssa, I know you're watching, and Alyssa, I want you to be on my side about this, because I know we don't disagree. I know we probably disagree about most things. But what's happening here is Vickyverse is putting people in a position where they're going to have to retaliate and reciprocate. So when she's saying to Eric July and to others that, hey, you guys should all mass copyright strike KatyDid's channel. KatyDid's channel is no different than yours, Alyssa, except it's less prolific, right? Mass copyright strike KatyDid. Well, she's putting me in a position and other people in a position to have to say, all right, well, if that's the way it is, Vickyverse, this idiot, is kind of taking all these unspoken rules of honor that we share here on the internet. If she's going to copyright strike KatyDid, who simply clips moments from long Eric July streams that I don't want to fucking watch, but she clips them to 2 minutes or 3 minutes or 10 minutes so that I can do this and I can comment on them more easily. If Vicky is going to punish her for that, I don't see why you get to have your channel. I don't understand. Like, if that's how it is, the rules are changing because there are some assholes out there who are incapable of criticism. I've said this before. The only reason KatyDid is clipping Eric July's stuff is to hold it up for criticism. And I've said before, Eric can't handle criticism. And this would bear out that point. If Eric July were to strike down KatyDid's channel, KatyDid is clipping out 10 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes so that I can look at it and I can comment on it. Eric's just proven my point. He can't handle criticism. And Vickyverse and the people like Eric who are also taking down KatyDid are setting a mad precedent that I don't want to happen. So I'm against this. I think you're against it. Clip Sama's against it. Most people who have worked in YouTube and understood the kind of rules by which we all live are against it too. Everybody should be against what Vickyverse is suggesting here. And she's calling it steal your intellectual property. Folks, somebody has to go through these long live streams, clip out the relevant, moments, segments, so that it makes it easier for commentary channels. And that's all I'm saying. And I really don't want that to change. Do you? I mean, I'm asking Alyssa directly, Alyssa's fans, do you want that to change? I hope not. I hope cooler heads prevail. I hope YouTube continues the way that it has been, and that this kind of thing continues. I understand. I understand that, like the transformative thing. I get it. Okay. But I would say an exception should be made for clip channels. And by the way, Alyssa Clips was monetized, which is something that surprised me. I don't know why you get monetized for clipping somebody else's material and representing it, but at the same time, it is work to go through and watch these long live streams and clip out enormous or little miniature segments for an audience of commentators to use. So I'm not going to hate. I think channels that do that should be monetized. And that's all I want to say about it. Obviously, this is a big deal. There are people who are really like, let's go to war. Let's go to war with it. It's not going to go well because nobody's innocent here. There isn't like, if you're looking at things in terms of there are sides, nobody's innocent. There are lots of clip channels from every direction. And if one goes, they should all go. If one goes, they should all go because they're all the same.